Hello.
Hi, Matt.
There he is.
My Wi-Fi wasn't connecting it on the beach.
Ah,
And
tough life.
we are now live on YouTube. Mr. Chairman, you can begin the meeting.
Okay, Eric and Matt are still on. They're still muted, I believe.
Well,
Okay.
they can unmute themselves when they're ready.
Okay. Good evening. Welcome to the Environmental Impact Commission meeting on February 24th, 2021. It's a web-based meeting hosted on Zoom. I'm Bernie Gallo. I'm the chairman. I'll be conducting the meeting. First item on the agenda is roll call. Mary Cronin,
Here.
Jeff Harold,
Here,
Matt Rose.
Here.
We have a quorum. Next item is acceptance of the minutes from February 10th, 2021. Everyone here is eligible to vote on them. First, I need a motion to accept them.
I'll make the motion. We accept the minutes as presented in the email received yesterday or last week.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to approve the minutes. Any remarks, corrections? If not, I'll try your mind. Mary Cronin? Yes.
Yes.
Jeff Harold?
Yes,
Matt Rose?
Yes.
Bernie Gal. Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is old business. Regular activity 1129, Encompass Health. We have Matt here and Eric, I believe. Okay, Mark isn't here. Did you people answer the questions he had from last meeting?
I believe the questions have been answered. Ward is supposed to be getting on the call. I'm not sure why he isn't on yet, but I believe we answered every question. We were just waiting on a staff report, a third-party report.
Yeah, we're waiting for the third-party report, unfortunately. They have everything. We thought we'd have it by tonight, but we don't.
Do you mind if we ask who the third-party review is? We're not sure who the design engineer is.
We know who the third party is. It's Jim McManus.
Okay.
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 Anybody on the commission have any questions on this? Any more questions? I'm sorry you guys had to come down here, but we didn't know till just now we didn't have it, so it's unfortunate.
I had to walk all the way down the hall.
How to go up the steps.
That must have been tough, huh? Okay, no further questions.
Motion to table to the next meeting.
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman, Ward Mizuko is coming into the meeting right now. There he is.
Hi, Ward. How are you this evening? You're muted. You're muted, Ward.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman. Sorry I'm late. I didn't hear my reminder ping.
Done.
Okay. I just explained to your people, unfortunately, we don't have the report from the third party this evening. I'm sorry you had to come down. Oh, well, no, you're home. You didn't come down anywhere. It's okay. All right. So we're going to have to table it to our next meeting. I know it isn't what you want to hear, but unfortunately, that's the way it is.
Okay, well, I appreciate that
Any
update.
remarks?
And who do we know who the consultant is?
Yep.
Yes.
Jim McManus.
Oh, it is? Okay, great. Yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
we'll see you in a month then, I guess.
2 weeks,
weeks.
March 10th,
2 weeks.
March 10th.
March 10th.
Okay. Great. We'll see you March 10th.
Sorry.
Okay. Well, thank you very much and sorry to be late to the meeting.
No
Good evening.
problem.
Take care. all.
Need a motion?
Bye-bye.
I'll make a motion to table to the next regulated meeting. What's the number for the regulated activity?
1129.
1129.
Is there a second on that?
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded to table regular activity 1129 to our next meeting on March 10th, 2021. Roll call vote. Mary Cronin,
Yes.
Jeff Harold,
Yes,
Matt Rose,
Aye.
Bernie Gallo says yay. Motion carries.
Thank you very much.
Next time, then.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Next item on the agenda is new business, regulated activity 11:30. City of Danbury, 34 Haystown Road, 4-space gravel parking area. I believe, Dave, you wanted to put up a video. There you go.
Yep. Can you guys all see that site plan there?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's my pleasure to present this project. It's been a long outstanding desire for the City of Danbury Fire Department and other emergency services to obtain this 32-foot long landing craft style boat. It was designed for the 3 City of Danbury emergency service divisions in mind. And those needs include rescue of victims on the lake in all weather conditions with ample room on the foredeck to care for most seriously injured. There will also be fire suppression for marinas, marine craft, and hard to reach residential properties. There's also going to be some dive support capabilities and evidence recovery capabilities. This boat will be designed to serve the community for the next 30 years. This parking site reflects an area that's designed to blend in with the current grass area that's there right now. And all we're trying to do is provide emergency parking for the emergency personnel to drop off their vehicles, get on the boat, and get out there on the lake. Any bringing of victims back will occur at the actual boat ramp on the other side. So we're trying to provide a limited parking area to allow the emergency personnel easy access to get to this boat and to keep the boat out of the way of other people enjoying the town park. And so the site was chosen with that in mind. And that's also why the parking area looks a little smaller than usual. There's going to be typically a fire truck is going to show up and also a secondary vehicle and at most 4 vehicles. So I try to keep it down to a minimum with the idea that if after they come back, they could take their time turning this fire truck around without trying to make this a large parking lot. The parking lot is going to be millings. We're going to try to keep it down to a minimum. It's a very narrow driveway and a small area. As you know, the regulated activity area, review area is 200 feet off the lake, which is beyond the area shown here. The drainage from this parking area is going to run because the wall is the property line with First Light. Basically, there's a capstone on top of the wall, about 8 inches proud of the surrounding area. So the drainage that comes off this area is going to make its way 100 feet away to the water beyond the edge of the wall. Let's see. As I said before, the parking is going to match the surface and the drainage remains the same as it currently goes. We're not trying to notch this into the area. And that's the other reason for the location. If we brought the parking area closer to Haystown Road, we have a tree there. We didn't want to notch anything into the ground. This parking lot is basically for emergency purposes only, so it's going to be rarely used. And that's it. Anybody have any questions?
This is in the cove, right? You're putting this in the cove?
Yes, that area off to the left, the west of the current wall there. We know people enjoy that area, so we're trying to keep it to a minimum. The walkway area is just shown kind of for dimensioning purposes. It may stay grass at this point. We're really not trying to pave anything. The gangway is basically going to hook on to the existing wall out there and go down to a dock that is smaller than this fireboat.
Do you have anything from First Light yet?
We've spoken to Antonio's spoken to First Light. I've messaged them. Brian doesn't have any issues with it. I've sent the application to them, so they're in the middle of processing it.
You don't have it back yet?
No, we don't.
Okay.
I imagine February is pretty busy for First Light because everybody's trying to get ready for the spring.
Okay. Anyone else have any questions?
Yeah, I do. I have a couple of questions. I spoke with Dave earlier today about this. So I just want to fill in. I want to make sure I understand something. The current gate that's there is going to become a rolling gate rather than a swinging gate, which is pretty restrictive in the way it's set up there. Is that correct, as you said, Dave?
Yeah, that's my understanding.
Okay.
What I'm discussing today is really for EIC and the idea of protecting the waterway and the nearby water and how the drainage flows. So
Okay.
wasn't going to get into some of those.
Right. And the parking area that you're talking about, you say it's going to be all millings and
Yeah.
no impermeable surface or anything.
Yeah, it's going to be permeable. So
Yeah, it's all.
we're going to experiment to try to keep it down to a minimum because we know, everybody enjoys the town park. So.
Yeah, people do fish in the area, so they could be in there, but that's about it, I think. They fish off the wall there.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Anyone else have any further questions?
No,
Well,
I'm
we
all
need to
set,
hear-
Bernie. I'm all set.
I'll make a
We need to
motion
hear-
to table regulated activity 11:30 to the next scheduled meeting.
Right. I second the motion pending the report from First Light.
Motion made and seconded to table regular activity 11:30 to our next meeting on March 10th. Roll call. Mary Cronin,
Yes.
Jeff Harold,
Yeah, fine. Yes.
Matt Rose.
Aye.
Sorry, I have to ask this. I know who did what, but motion carries. It's tabled. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you very much,
Thanks,
everybody.
Dave. Thanks,
Have a
Dave.
good night.
Okay. Next item on the agenda. Public hearing none, applications none. Correspondence, everybody have a notification from DEP for use of pesticides in state waters. That's it. Motion adjourns in order.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
Motion made and seconded to adjourn, remarks. Finding none, I'll try your mind. Mary Cronin,
Yes.
Jeff Harold,
Yes.
Matt Rose.
I'm going to abstain.
What?
Vicky Hello said yes.
It's not
Motion
allowed.
carries. Thank you, everyone. See you in a couple weeks.
Aye.
Excuse me, before we
Oh.
close, Dave Null, can you shut down your shared screen, please?
Yep.
All right. And I see that Antonio is just joining the meeting. So let's wait till he gets on and then we'll tell him what happened.
But do we have to?
Tell him I was exceptional. Okay, guys. Thank you. Have a good
Yeah.
night.
Yeah. We're shut down, Mary?
No, we're not, because I'm waiting for Antonio, but I can stop the recording.
Whatever you want to do.